Okay, we got plenty to say about this game. So, welcome back, Miami Heat. Welcome back, Heat fans. We got quite to talk about, so this is gonna be a little bit lengthy. I'll tell you that right now. So, Miami Heat comes off with All-Star break, their first game off the All-Star break, and they play against the New Orleans Pelicans, who was initially going to be our opponent at 10 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock, which happened at 8 o'clock instead of 10 o'clock. And then it was also going to be on national television, and boy, it should have stayed on national television because this was quite the game. This was a very entertaining basketball game and very, very, very heated. So, we're going to start off with the Heat because they're the road team in Bourbon Street. Going to Bourbon Street. Anyway, going to New Orleans. So we're the road team. So we're going to start off with Jovic, who making his 15th start of the season. Only scored 3 points off the three-pointer. And he has 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. Welcome back, Jimmy Butler, with 23 points. He only played 27 minutes of the game, and I'll tell you why later. 23 points, 1 3-pointer, 8 for 12 in free throws, 7 for 12 in field goals. He does have 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Caleb Martin has 8 points with a 3-pointer. He does have 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and a block. Bam Adebayo with the absolute masterclass defensive game he has. I'm used to the word she. 24 points, and he this is why he made a start in All-Star. Went back about a few days ago. He does have 11 for 18 in field goals, 2 for 4 free throws. He does have 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and I kid you not, 3 blocks tonight against New Orleans. 3. Tyler Hero with 15 points with 3 3-pointers, 6 for 14 in field goals. He does have 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block. So every player who started this game has a block, at least a block. Just absolutely amazing. Awesome to see. Now, with Tyler Hero, he did play 31 minutes, and I'll tell you why a little bit later. Off the bench, you got Kevin Love, and he's the guy to talk about. He does have a 3-pointer with 8 rebounds, 1 assist on the block. So another player with a block. Duncan Robinson. Yeah, another guy to talk about. 17 points, 5 for 11 in 3-pointers, 6 for 14 in field goals. He does have 2 assists and 2 blocks. He has 2 blocks, including the critical one at the end of the game. And I'll tell you that a little bit later. Haywood Highsmith with 5 points. He does have a 3-pointer, 2 for 2 in the field goals, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and also he has a block. So, 8 different Heat players has a block. And all that's up to 11 blocks. And then you have one more player who did play, Jaime Jaquez, with 8 points, 2 for 8 in field goals, 4 for 4 free throws. And he does have 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal. And unfortunately, he's the only one that is left out playing this game without a block. There is one player I do want to bring your attention to, which he did not play. Delon Wright, who has been bought out by the Washington Wizards and has signed with the Miami Heat, following the footsteps of his older brother. All right, so New Orleans now. You got Zion Williamson with 23 points, 9 for 22 in field goals, 5 for 6 in free throws. He has 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal. Then you got Herbert Jones with 19 points with 1 3-pointer, 8 for 10 in field goals, 2 for 2 free throws. He does have 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal as well. Jonas Valanciunas with 12 points, 6 for 13 field goals, 10 rebounds, so he easily has a double-double. And he does have a block. Next up for New Orleans is CJ McCollum, who only played 15 minutes, but he's such a star player too. But In this game, he only scored 2 points off the field goal. He does have 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block as well. Then you got Trey Murphy III with 5 points, a 3-pointer and a field goal in the paint. He does have 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal on the block. Off the bench, you got a couple of players for New Orleans. You got Larry Nance Jr. with 10 points, 5 field goals. He does have 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal on the block as well. And another guy who has scored more than 10 points is Jordan Hawkins with 14 points, 3 3-pointers, 1 more in the paint, 3 for 3 free throws, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block as well. So, and then another guy to see is Cody Zeller, who did play for the Heat last season, did not play at all in this game. Just so I point that out there. Oh boy, are we ready? Are we ready to speak out on this game? All right, so New Orleans wins the tip-off. We do have a first points with Bam Adebayo making a layup. Herbert Jones drives in for the layup, and next that ties it up. Jimmy Butler, welcome back. Automatic 3-pointer after the rebound. Just a simple shot there. 5 for 2 right now. He does make free throws, so not much to say about that. Zion Williamson makes a 2-point shot. Caleb Murray responds with a 3-pointer, 10-4. Then after that, Tyler Hero makes the 2-point shot. CJ McCollum makes it with the pull-up shot. That will wind up being his only time scoring. Tyler Hero make the floating jump shot. Stays ahead within 8. And then there was a defensive 3-second violation of Zion Williamson. That would be a technical free throw for Butler, and he easily converts that. Valanciunas makes the layup, and I do apologize for the dog. I think the other dog sees the other dog, so they wanted to play. Tyler Hero makes a 3-pointer. We will be up by 10. So a good start for the Heat so far. Bam Adebayo with the running pull-up shot. Nice shot there by Bam Adebayo. Valanciunas with the floating jump shot, and then Herbert. I will say this: Herbert Jones. That was some nasty dunk he made. A one-handed slam. Christ, that was some dunk. I'll say that. That puts them down by 8 at this point, after being down by 10. Tyler Hero with the 2-point shot, up by 10. And then Hawkins with a 3-pointer. And then Caleb Martin he makes both free throws. And then the 3-point foul committed by Haywood Highsmith, not a good foul. And of course, Jordan Hawkins makes all 3. And then Larry Nance makes a 3-foot dunk, and it's just an incredibly nasty dunk as well. Both times it was just an incredibly nasty dunk. I'm like, Christ, what? I mean, again. So he calls a timeout after that incredibly nasty one-handed slam by Larry Nance. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. We got baby by that dunk. Oh, man. I know, me too. So Larry Nance makes another shot. Now they're only down by 2. New Orleans making this comeback. Then Butler drives in to make the shot plus the and 1. Makes all 3. Awesome. And then Butler goes on the line. He misses both free throws this time. Gets fouled again. Only makes 1 out of 2. We'll be up by 6 at this point. Zion Williamson makes a driving layup. Bam Adebayo makes... not Bam Adebayo, I wish. Duncan Robinson actually makes this 3-pointer. And then that was just some shot by Duncan Robinson. And it would be up by 7 at the end of the first quarter. That would be 31-24. Miami wins the first quarter. No problem. Second quarter, though. Duncan Robinson starts up with a 3-pointer. We're up by 10. Jaime Jaquez makes his first points. Kevin Love makes his first points with a 3-pointer. New Orleans calls timeout. Butler with the driving layup. Butler with a tip-in shot. Now we're up by 19 at this point before finally scoring for New Orleans. It's Zion Williamson with the free throws and the 2-point shot. Butler with the driving layup plus the N1 makes both of them. Herbert Jones with a floating jump shot. Duncan Robinson with another 3-pointer. Now we're up by 19 again. Herbert Jones with the 3-pointer as well. Herbert Jones with another layup. Robinson with the 3-pointer. Zion Williamson with a 2-foot layup. Tyler Hero with another 3-pointer. Now we're still up by 18 with really good margin. Free throws, 2-point shot, Williamson. Herbert Jones with the Herbert Jones with this scenario, and Duncan Robinson misses a 3-pointer. Alvarado would make this rebound, and I think something was said to the referees, or tried to play a little trickery, and the referees didn't like it, and for unknown reasons, for literally unknown reasons, Duncan Robinson gets teed up. I don't know if it was something to do with him saying something like what the F, what the F's to call, or something. But Duncan Robinson gets called for a technical foul, and Herbert Jones makes a technical free throw. And that technical free throw would eventually spark a crazy 17-0 run, or 17-2 run by New Orleans at this point. And I'll tell you. All right, after that free throw is made by Herbert Jones, Jaime Jaquez makes a driving layup. We're up by 15 with 4 minutes, 25 seconds left. Miami then goes on a very cold streak, as this is where things get really messy for Miami. So, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, 2-point shot. Trey Murphy III makes a 3-pointer. Alvarado makes a 3-pointer. Crowd goes bonkers with these threes. Then Miami keeps missing. Alvarado makes a 2-point shot. Herbert Jones makes a 2-point shot. Now they're only down by 3 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. Then Caleb Martin gets fouled. He does only make one of them. But then Valanciunas makes a 2-point shot. And then Butler makes a drive and misses a floating jump shot. And then Valanciunas makes this 3-foot layup that would ultimately tie this game up before the halftime. And I was just like beyond myself. I even expressed this on social media. Regroup, because this was a disappointing, frustrating finish in the first half that should not happen. And we lost the second quarter by 7. We were outscored 34-27 the second quarter. Should not happen. It should not happen. I'm sorry. All right, then New Orleans starts off. We missed the layup by Bam. I mean, damn. And then driving layup is Zion Williamson makes a driving layup. For what I'm thinking, that might be the first lead of the game. And then Nikola Jovic makes this 3-pointer. That wound up being his only 3 of the game. That was clutch too. Valanciunas with the 2-point shot. New Orleans get back on top. Butler makes a 2-point shot. We're back up on top. Then Herbert Jones makes a driving layup. They're back on top again. Bam with the 2-foot dunk. Nice dunk there by Bam. Caleb Martin with another follow-up, plus the and one, but he misses the and one shot. Then Bam after that makes his 2-point shot off the turnover of Williamson. Just Butler steals that one. And then Jimmy Butler makes this alley-oop dunk by Jovic. Such a nice setup there by Jovic to Jimmy Butler. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful. And then there was a defensive 3-second violation of Valanciunas. So Butler makes this another technical free throw. Now we're up by 8. So we can breathe a little bit, right? Trey Murphy III makes the 2-point shot. Now we're up by 6. Banaba with the jumper. Tyler Hero with a 3-pointer. So another good 3-pointer there. Valanciunas with the layup. Herbert Jones with the pull-up jump shot. Now notice I didn't say C.J. McCollum for a while. Now in the second quarter or first quarter, I think it was the second quarter, he tweaked or twisted his ankle, and he wound up not coming back for the rest of the game. Bally Sports and Miami Heat and New Orleans would announce it in the third quarter at this point. So hopefully C.J. McCollum gets better soon for New Orleans. Obviously, you do not like to see anything injuries for other players, such as our own or theirs or the opposition side. So hopefully C.J. McCollum gets better soon. Herbert Jones goes in for the floating jump with the pull-up jump shot plus the and one. I mean, that was a bad call. Sorry. Herbert Jones then makes the third points, finishes off. Bam gets fouled, misses both free throws. That was awful. I mean, the free throws were just bad tonight for the Miami Heat. They really were. Jordan Hawkins then makes the 3-pointer. Now we're only up by 3. Then Bam this time makes both free throws. I call it clutch free throws at this point. Williamson makes the 2-point shots. We're only up by 3 at this point. We misses. After that shot, Love misses a three-pointer. Then Kevin Love gets called for a loose ball foul. And then Jordan Hawkins with the step back jump shot. Now we're up by 1 at this point. Still, Haywood Highsmith does make the 2-point shot. Jaime Jaquez then makes the free throws off the Williamson foul, so he makes both. Trey Nance with the layup. We're still up by 3, so can't be too comfortable. We cannot be too comfortable, right? Butler did make a free throw. We'll be up by 4. And then there was a review at the end of the third quarter. So there was, I believe there was whether or not there was a rebound by there was a rebound there. Hackers missed a three pointer, but really not much to say about that one. So the end of the third quarter. Now, fourth quarter deserves a lot of time to talk about. All right. So to start the fourth quarter, New Orleans with the basketball. There was an offensive foul, so there was an automatic turnover. There were a few misses there and there. Then Williamson would get the rebound, and then he missed the driving layup. So Jimmy Butler then gets a layup, didn't dribble the ball correctly. So Williamson read it very good. He stole the basketball. Kevin Love then fouls Zion Williamson, right? Now, it looked like he was trying to grab and then let go, and then Williamson fell on the ground rough. Obviously, I don't think Kevin Love intentionally did that. So they did review this, and they did determine that it was a common foul. Now, before that was announced, and I would say this typically in a hockey game, but this is the rarest occurrence for the basketball thing to happen, and that is a fight broke loose. All hell broke loose with this scenario. Basically, what happened was, I believe I shouldn't say I believe, but New Orleans trying to stick up for Zion Williamson. They're trying to defend him because they thought at that time Kevin Love egregiously slammed him onto the ground, which was not true. Then Najee Marshall and Jimmy Butler literally grabbed each other in the neck. And then they were trying to fight each other. They went nose to nose, head to head, trying to chase each other off the court. And everyone just come in, and it became a scuffle. Tempers flared in New Orleans. A fight broke loose between Butler and Marshall, both of them trying to get each other's throats. And that was already a shit show enough. What was a very, very close and competitive game turned to be a very, very aggressive game. But we're not done yet. Because after those fight between Marshall and Butler, there was another fight that broke loose at the same time. It was Jose Alvarado going up against Thomas Bryant, our backup center. Both of them off the bench completely winning each other's throws. Alvarado threw a punch at Thomas Bryant, and Bryant retaliated, and just absolutely a shit show in this game alone. I mean, for an average fan, this was awesome. But for the commentators, this was not awesome. Because this would mean, now, unlike hockey where you can pretty much get away with beating someone up, unless if it was as egregious, intentional as it is. A fight would not get you suspended. But in the NBA, it is totally different. If you throw a punch, it's an automatic suspension and a fine. Now, could there be a possible long-term suspension? We don't know. But I guarantee you this, there's going to be suspensions, and unfortunately, I have to say this. It would appear as though Butler could be suspended a game or two. So is Thomas Bryant. But Thomas Bryant doesn't play much with us anymore. But also at the same time, Najee Marshall and Jose Alvarado are going to get suspended and going to get fined as well. And Alvarado just on the bench, just dancing in this scenario. They were just dancing, and And then this is where we get to the referee decision. The NBA it was looking at this for a while. I'm talking like 10 minutes of looking at this. It may be exaggerations, but it felt long. It felt like a long time looking at this fight that happened. So what the referee determined is what I said earlier, is that Kevin Love didn't egregiously throw Williamson on the ground. So it was just a regular common foul. So we know this at this point. Then, when the fight happened, who gets the basketball, which obviously is going to be New Orleans because of the fact that Williamson has to shoot free throws. But who's going to get tossed out of the game? And the referee said, because of that fight between Najee Marshall and Jimmy Butler happened, they're both gone. And because of the fact that Jose Alvarado and Thomas Bryant win each other's throats as well, in an altercation, they're both gone as well. So 2 ejections from both teams, so 4 in grand total. But 2 ejections from both sides are gone. Butler's 3rd ejection of his career. Bryant, I'm not sure how many ejections he had. But, yeah, Butler just cracking up on the sideline off the bench, just smiling, laughing at this ejection. Marshall just pissed off. Go to the locker room, go to the tunnel, the clubhouse. Alvarado dancing, Bryant going straight to the locker room. And before Butler even went to the tunnel, he was waving goodbye to. He was literally waving goodbye to New Orleans crowd, waving like this. It's like the Minnesota type of goodbye, like this, or the New York goodbye, like this. It was funny. He was smiling. It was just like funny. So I don't know. Man. That's kind of why you see the thumbnail with Jimmy Butler and the entire crowd waving goodbye like this. It was just an absolute shit show with what happened. So, yeah, that was kind of lengthy what I just spoke, and this is already 22 minutes into the recap, and I'm still talking about the game. All right, back to the game itself. After the altercation, shit show, tempers flared in New Orleans. Tempers flared in Bourbon Street. Just joking. We go to the game itself. So Williamson only made 1 out of 2. We're up by 3 at this point, and Bam on the bottom makes a floating jump shot. Huge bucket there. Williamson makes the driving layup, so we're up by 3 again. Then Jeremiah Robinson Earl makes this 3-pointer that will tie the game up, and Robinson would make the backboard 3, which was an absolute clutch shot. I love that shot. Then Williamson would make the driving layup. We're up by 1 at this point. Love commits another foul, which was stupid. But Jeremiah Robinson Earl misses both free throws, so that was huge. So we can take a little deep breath. But eventually, New Orleans would recapture this lead with Jordan Hawkins' 3-point shot. This is a playoff type atmosphere that New Orleans crowd has. That was a really nice crowd. That is a good crowd New Orleans had. Absolutely awesome crowd tonight. I will say this. So New Orleans recaptures the lead for only 20 seconds because after that, Haywood Highsmith comes in clutch and makes his 3-pointer. That would be a go-ahead 3-pointer to be up by 1 once more. Herbert Jones travels. And then Jaime Jaquez would miss his layup. He gets his own rebounds. So a lot of efforts for the rest of the game for the Miami Heat. And I absolutely loved every moment of it. He gets the rebounds, gives it to Bam, and Bam makes his clutch shot. Now we're up by 3 again. Awesome stuff there. So no shots were made for a while. Bam would then make a float, would make the drive and dunk. Awesome dunk there by Bam Adebayo. Jaime Jaquez makes both free throws after the Williamson foul. Now we're up by 7 at this point. Awesome. Then there was a foul. And then there was a foul on Kevin Love initially. The Heat challenged this one. So what happened is, because of the fact that it was a shooting foul by Kevin Love, which there was no foul at all, so the Heat would definitely challenge this call. And they determined that it was a defensive three. It was a defensive. There was no offensive foul, or there was no Kevin Love foul. There was no Kevin Love foul, so the Heat would get the basketball after winning this challenge, and they would retain their timeout. So good challenge by Eric Spoelstra. Absolutely amazing challenge there. So then the Heat get the basketball, and Duncan Robinson just grabs, just holding somebody. That would be an offensive foul. Just absolutely awful. Absolutely awful foul there to literally give up the basketball. So yeah, that was not a good foul. But after that foul, Pelicans call a timeout. After that timeout, Jordan Hawkins would then try to make this three-pointer, and he misses. Offensive rebound, and then there was a bad pass. There was a bad pass there, and Bam Adebayo will make this clutch shot. Now we're up by 9 at this point. Awesome. Larry Nance makes this dunk, and then Bam Adebayo makes a hook shot that will keep us ahead by 9. Then Larry Nance will make this shot again, this layup, trying to fight to get the game back closer again. Bam Adebayo with the 2-point shot. And then this is when Williamson tries to get this shot in, and Duncan Robinson flat out blocks Williamson's driving layup. An absolute clutch saving block by Duncan Robinson, who's already had himself a fiery game since the technical foul. And then Bam would ultimately finishes the game off with a 2-point shot, but we're not done yet. There was an open lane after the Heat timeout. Bam gives it to Duncan Robinson to try to run out the clock, but instead, Duncan Robinson just making it feel personal and just drives in for a dunk. Duncan Robinson just savage. Absolutely savage for Duncan Robinson. First, he blocks Williamson. Then he drives in for a dunk. Pelicans call a timeout. Trey Murphy, the third, misses a three-pointer. Haywood Heisman makes his rebounds. Game over. Miami wins this one 106-95. This was a crazy, crazy game to watch. It was, folks. It really was. I enjoyed every moment of it, personally. Even if we lost this game, I enjoyed it. But still, Miami Heat winning their third straight road game, as far as I know. Let me just double check real quick. Let's see here. Well, technically it's their fourth straight road win, as far as I could see. Let me just triple check. Yep. We go all the way back at the beginning of this month with February 2nd when they went up to Washington, D.C. to play them. So then you add the Milwaukee Bucks win on the road and then the Philadelphia win. This is the fourth straight road win for the Miami Heat. 4 straight. But it is the 3-game win streak going on right now. So that's cool to see. Also, and they're keeping consistent right now. And then they go out to West Coast, beating the New Orleans Pelicans, who are just absolute dog of a team. Just absolutely a great team, with a bright future ahead of them. Now, before I talk about the team stats, I should point out Tyler Hero did suffer an injury late in the game. It looked like he twisted his knee. I don't think it was not much of a tweaking. It was more of the fact that he hyperextended his knee, and there was like a little pop, I think. Something happened to his knee that he hyperextended, and he was in a little pain. But there was a report from Hero as I'm talking to you guys. He did quote, "I think structurally everything was good. No major, even minor damage. I think everything is good." It kind of just scared me more than anything. So it probably means that it was just a precautionary to go to the locker room to get it looked at. And I think after tonight he's gonna take a rest with that knee. It doesn't look like it's in severe pain. So that's good news. So I'm willing to guess he's probably going to be a day-by-day type of injury. So thank God. Thank God. Now, I'm no doctor. I'm not going to, don't take my word for it. There's always going to be an official report at some point with Tyler Hero. So do not take my word for it. You take it with a grain of salt. But you can only speculate. And I'm speculating it could be just nothing serious. And definitely going to come back playing soon. So that's what I'm hoping for. But it sounds good news. It sounds good news. He wasn't much in pain after getting up. So, and I don't think he's in pain right now. So that's pretty good. That's why he left a little bit earlier. All right, team stats. Miami Heat had a better field goal percentage with 46.3. So that was a big one. But the biggest one here is the 3-point percentage. Obviously, you got Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson obviously clutching shots. And Haywood Highsmith and Nikola Jovic there. 13 out of 29 three-pointers made, 44.8%. While the Pelicans only made 7 3-pointers out of 32. That's a 21.9 percentage. Miami Heat had an off night with the free throws, 17 out of 25. Pelicans with 10 for 13 free throws, so they do have a better free throw percentage. But we did attempt a lot more, so that's the difference here. Rebounds, well, the Pelicans definitely... Oh, shoot, my cat scared the crap out of me. Anyway, the rebound battle, definitely New Orleans Pelicans with 54 to 46. The assist evens out of 20. The steals evens out of 6, but we have more blocks. We have 11, and that's due to the fact that Bam had 3 blocks, and that the entire Heat team, there's 8 different players who have a block or more. So we win the block battle there, and that's a key part, as well as the 3-pointers. Turnovers, definitely Heat issues, because there was a lot of turnovers. And then fast break points, Miami. Points in the paint, New Orleans. New Orleans committed more fouls than the Miami Heat did. There was 4 technical fouls with New Orleans, and which would include the ejections and the defensive 3-second. There was 3 technical fouls from the Heat. One of them being a Duncan Robinson technical shot, and then of course you got that fight that happened between Butler and Thomas Bryant. The Heat's largest lead was 19, and that was in the second quarter. New Orleans was only able to get 2-point advantage the entire game, and the Heat flat out played better basketball tonight against New Orleans. Now, I'll say this, New Orleans is definitely a great team. And to beat them at Smoothie King Center, it's something that is definitely an improvement win, and it was a special win in front of 18,658 people in that arena. Now, with that being said, my question to everybody is this: what's going to happen with Butler and Thomas Bryant, especially Jimmy Butler? What's going to happen with Tyler Hero with the injury? What's going to happen when we go to the West Coast to play Sacramento and Portland? What will be? Right now we're thinking about the what ifs. How bad is going to be the suspension? I don't know. We can only be judged of it tomorrow or so. And yeah, that's all I can say as of right now. The Miami Hurricanes. I'll talk about the Hurricanes in just a second. Miami Heat does win this game 106-95, an incredible win, and I think it was well deserved. It was definitely well deserved win for the Miami Heat, just playing absolute better basketball against New Orleans Pelicans. There's a quick note. You don't have to take it seriously, but Hurricanes hockey is dominating the Florida Gators 12-2 in this College Hockey South playoffs, Division 3. That's it. That's pretty much it. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I'm sorry this was a long video, but I told you this was going to be lengthy. But yeah, folks, that's going to do it for this one. If you ever enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content. Miami Heat basketball is back. Let's go Heat. And yeah, folks, that's going to do it. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to content, and the game. Because Miami TVG has it back, and when he does, he'll be right there with the entertainment you deserve. This is Miami TVG. Signing out, folks. Good night, everybody.